They are two elegant and different cakes filled with a soft and light Diplomat cream, accompanied by fresh fruit and a fluffy chocolate sponge cake. They are easy cakes to make, but with a spectacular result, ideal for any occasion. We are going to work with delicate textures, balanced flavors, and decorations that captivate. At first sight, in a bowl I add 200 g of sugar, 200 g which is about 7 ounces or 1 cup, together with 8 egg yolks, and I stir a little to mix well. Then I add 2 tablespoons of all-purpose flour, 2 teaspoons of cornstarch, and a little milk. I mix well so there are no lumps, and then I add the rest of the milk. In total I use 1 liter of whole milk, 1 liter which is about 4 cups, although you can also use semi-skimmed or skimmed milk. I put the pot on the heat and start heating the mixture. Separately I hydrate 20 g of unflavored gelatin, 20 g which is about 0.7 ounces, in 200 milliliters of cold water, 200 milliliters which is about 7 ounces or a little less than 1 cup. Meanwhile I continue stirring the cream until it thickens. This step takes about 2 minutes until it begins to boil. I add a generous teaspoon of vanilla extract. I continue stirring and let it boil for 1 more minute. This way we remove the flour taste and make sure the cream is well cooked. I microwave the hydrated gelatin for 30 seconds until it becomes liquid and well dissolved. I add it directly to the hot cream and mix well. I cover the cream with plastic wrap and let it cool at room temperature. Meanwhile, I prepare the fruit that I will use in the filling. I use a small can of canned pineapple and a small can of canned peaches. I also cut some strawberries into very small pieces. I also cut the pineapple and the peaches into small cubes and save the syrup to soak the sponge cakes. In a bowl I add 500 milliliters of cold whipping vegetable cream, 500 milliliters which is about 17 ounces or 2 cups, and beat at medium-high speed for about 2 minutes until soft peaks form. I add the pastry cream, already cold, that I prepared the night before and stored in the fridge so it would be firm. I mix well with the mixer until combined, although you can also do it with a spatula or a wooden spoon. This way we obtain a delicious Diplomat cream. I prepared the sponge cakes the night before so they have a better soft and fluffy texture. I cut them with a special cutter, although you can also cut them with a knife. This way they do not break or crumble. I need 6 layers of sponge cake in total to prepare 2 cakes. I have 18 centimeters molds, 18 centimeters which is about 7 inches, and I line them with plastic wrap because the cake will rise higher than the mold, and this way it will keep its straight shape without falling apart. I place the first layer of sponge cake in each mold and soak it with the syrup we reserved from the pineapple and peaches. Then I divide the cream into 2 parts, 1 for each cake layer. I also divide the chopped fruit into the 2 bowls and mix with a spatula. Look at this delicious cream. You can also use this cream to fill small cups, and if you have some left, you can prepare individual desserts that turn out beautiful and truly delicious. But in this case I am going to use everything in my 2 cakes. I place a sponge base, soak it very well with the syrup we saved, and add a good amount of cream. Once the sponge cakes are well soaked, I cover each cake with plastic wrap and place them in the fridge. I want to show you some thick cake boards that I use and that I buy at the pastry shop called Glotomanía. I always recommend in my tutorials that a good base is essential to support cakes. These white boards are very strong and can hold multi-tier cakes or heavy cakes without the risk of moving or cracking, which gives a lot of peace of mind when handling the cakes. Separately, I am going to whip the cream for the decoration. I use vegetable whipping cream, also from the Glotomanía store. To decorate my 2 cakes, I am going to use more than 500 milliliters, more than 2 cups of cream. The amount always depends on the type of decoration you want to make. In my case, they are simple decorations and do not require too much cream. I beat it at medium-high speed at level 6 out of 10 that my mixer has for 2 minutes until it starts to mark and form waves. At this moment I turn off the mixer because this is the perfect point. If at any moment you overbeat the cream, just add a couple of tablespoons of liquid cream and stir with a spatula to recover the creamy texture. I divide the whipped cream into several bowls and color it with gel colorings that I also buy at Glotomanía. This time I am going to prepare tones pink, blue, lilac and green for the decoration. Once the colored cream is ready, I place it in piping bags with large number 200 tips, which are ideal for covering cakes easily. You just have to pass the bag around the cake and smooth a little with a spatula, and in very little time you have the cake covered. I cover and smooth the cake with light blue and show you how simple the decoration I am going to make is. With a spatula I make some waves that leave a very beautiful and elegant design. To finish, I place some silver sprinkles, some small white chocolates, and this way I prepare a delicious, eye-catching and very easy to make cake. Finally, I am going to make a very elegant decoration with small piping tips, and I will place some butterflies that I printed and cut out of edible rice paper. Look at this beautiful and easy to make cake. Now I am going to decorate the second cake, the lilac one, which is a decoration that I am in love with. I place a little green cream to simulate grass, and with a number 3 tip I am going to make lavender stems, some taller and others shorter. Then with a small round tip number 2 or number 3, I place dark lilac cream and I make little dots to form the lavender flowers in different sizes. Then I prepare another light lilac cream to make the band in another tone, and this way I get 2 different colors in the flowers. On the top I make some shapes. I place silver sprinkles and some lilac butterflies in edible rice paper. In very little time I have created 2 beautiful decorations that I personally love both equally. I want you to leave me in the comments which decoration you liked the most. I love both and I would not know which one to choose. And now my 2 cakes are ready. Now I am going to cut them so you can see the slice. This spectacular cut. Look at this slice of cake. It is crazy. I cannot describe how delicious it is. Really, look how much cream it has with that light mousse-like texture and with the touch of fruit that makes it even fresher and more delicious. The sponge cake is well soaked, and you can soak it with tres leches or with the syrup of your choice to give it the flavor that you like the most. With this recipe you get a delicious cake, and I am delighted to share it with you with all my love so you can prepare it and enjoy it. I am going to ask you to share this tutorial, to help me reach more people, and to visit the Glotomanía store, because I am sure you will find incredible products for your recipes. Thank you very much for watching my tutorial. Thank you very much for your comments, for being subscribed to my channel. Thank you very much and see you soon.